It's the Fury Football Recharged Draft League. This is a feature of our new Fury Football Recharged card update, a new multiplayer version of the game for 2 to 4 players, where you can draft teams, play games, and determine a champion in a very fast manner. I'm Keith Avalone from Play Games. Sam is here helping produce the show. Tonight we're joined by 4 members of the Play Games community who are going to match wits as Fury Football general managers to see who can assemble the very first Fury Football Draft League champion. Let's introduce the GMs right now and get this show on the road. First of all, GM of the Waco Wackos and drafting first and last in each round, it is Paul Salzgeber.
Hello, everybody. Looking forward to this.
GM of the Elmira Scofflaws, named after the local prison, and drafting second and seventh each round, here's Cooper Gilbert.
Good evening, everybody. We're looking to bust out furiously.
General manager of the Pasadena Thorns, and drafting third and sixth each round, it's Ethan Muslin.
Hey, everybody. Hi, Play Games community. Good to see you again.
And finally, general manager of the Charlotte Legends, drafting fourth and fifth. That's right, back-to-back picks every round for Al Wilson.
All right. Hey, everybody. Giving you my best AFR Steve Towers salute.
Without actually seeing it. It's kind of, you have to sort of imagine it. But it's not hard to imagine if you ever watched AFR. Let me quickly lay down the ground rules for everybody watching the stream tonight. We already have the draft order established, as we just mentioned. Every GM is working with $25 million in salary cap money. They've got a $25 million salary cap. Player values are in millions printed on the cards, and they range in value from 0 to 10. So you get 25 to spend. We're dropping all the zeros from the millions, so it's basically units. 0 to 10, 10 meaning $10 million. You need a minimum of 12 players to play Fury Football, 6 on offense, 6 on defense. We'll have a maximum roster size of 16. As players are drafted, we will highlight them on the screen so you can see them, then we'll move on to the next pick. We'll continue the draft until everybody's out of money, and there are no more $0 players remaining. That may be as early as round 12. We could go all 16 rounds, depending on how the picks are made and what kind of expense is made for those picks. After we conclude tonight's stream, each GM will craft a coach card for his team, and then we'll play a 3-game season, each team playing the other 3 teams. We'll stream those games live starting Monday night here on the PlaySpace. So if there are no questions, I guess I should ask, are there any questions, anyone?
Can we start?
Let's do it.
Let's go to the draft cam.
Are there mercy rules?
No, there's no. There's no mercy rules.
Okay.
There's nobody's going to get cut any slack in this. All right. So if you're watching the stream, you can see we've got our draft board set up. We've got the player highlighted. As you can see on screen, the most expensive player in the draft is Vince Colossal. Last year with the Sydney Gargantuans, he's demanding $10 million annually to play Fury Football. We'll see if anybody chooses him. Then below, along the bottom of the screen, you can see the draft salary cap tracker. So as each player is chosen, we'll subtract the player's amount from the team's draft tracker. So you got the Wackos, and then Scofflaws, and then the Thorns, and then the Legends. And then we'll reverse that order going back in the same round. So it's it's sort of a round-robin kind of draft. All right, so we are ready to roll. And with the first pick, I'll get Vince Colossal out of here, have him take his place with the rest of the star backs. So please announce the position and the player's last name. I've got them in alphabetical order, so I should be able to find them pretty quickly on my draft table. And you, sir, Mr. Salzgeber, may begin.
Thank you. We brought in Vince Colossal for a look, and he wanted too much money. The card is really good, but not 2/5 of the draft. So for half the price, we will take Starback Gunnar Kilcrease, number 1 overall.
Gunnar Kilcrease, here he is, a mercenary of a $5 million value. He was actually my first Starback choice when I played this game the first time, and as I wrote in the blog. He did not perform that well for me, however, I did beef up his card somewhat. So Gunnar Kilcrease will go to the Wackos. Next up is the Scofflaws.
We will be going with defensive back extraordinary, Mr. Fantastic.
Yoshi Fantastic, a star back. I believe he was with the San Francisco Heroes last year, a mercenary this year. He's got the new sack plus fumble possibility where if he rolls a square on the Fury die on a pass play, he'll get the sack and cause a fumble. So there's Yoshi Fantastic going to the Scofflaws. The Thorns have the next choice.
Yeah, and he kind of took my pick there with the wackos there, but that's why we have a backup plan. For the first pick for the Thorns, we will take starback Jamel Brewer.
Jamil Brewer played last year for the Milwaukee Buzz, was their star back, and is a good value pick. Sam chose him as his first choice in our exhibition test drive of these game rules. So Jamil Brewer goes to the Thorns. And that brings up the Legends. Al gets to pick twice.
Yeah, you guys have already messed up the draft board here in Charlotte. So with our first pick, we're going to go with starback Beagle Malone.
Beagle Malone. Let's give him a look here. 6. That's a value of 6. So he's pretty balanced, both offense and defense. Came last year from the Philadelphia Mongrels. So he is your first pick, and you'll follow that up with
Havoc Johnstone line gonna be anchoring the defense.
Havoc Johnstone from the L.A. Lunatics. He's quite the defender. He also has the sack plus fumble result on his pass result. However, he does have a tendency to get penalized. But the points generated from penalties should be more than offset by the points generated from the turnovers. So Havoc Johnstone goes to the Legends, and we go back to the Thorns as we begin the backup of round 1.
All right. Well, things are going according to plan for the most part now. For my next pick, I'll pick lineman Hogan Hyam.
Hogan Hyam. Let me find Hogan Hyam. Here he is. He's a $4 million player. I had him on my team for our exhibition series. A very good pick, yes. Touchdown on the run, a definite gain on the pass. Kogan Hyam. I didn't know whether he should be pronounced Higham or Hyam, but I'm going to go with Hyam. So Kogan Hyam goes to the Thorns. Back to the Scofflaws.
Yeah, and actually my draft guide that I picked up at the local grocery store had Hyam as the #1 rated offensive player. Not counting the extra touches for a starback, but I think that's going to leave us needing to go after Mr. Fiacable.
Brock.
He's a back.
Right, Brock Fiacable. Or I call him Fiacable, but
Okay.
I don't know. I've never met him, so I'm not sure how he prefers it. There's Brock Fiacable or Fiacable. He's got a solid gain on both pass and run, possibility for a touchdown on the run, and a value pick at $4 million. So he goes to the Scofflaws, and that brings us back to the Wackos. And then Paul will
going to select. I got 2 picks, so now I'm really like.
That's
I got
right.
all these guys to pick from. I can only take 2.
Do me a favor though, Paul, and choose.
Will be. How about Cheryl Jost?
Gerald Jost, all right.
Line, a $1 player.
Good choice. Short gain, medium gain. Could be valuable on offense or defense, depending on what the rest of your team looks like. So that is 1. Let's just, before we begin round 2 and your second pick, Paul, let's just make sure we got everybody's totals right. I've got the Wackos -6, which would put them at 19. I've got the Scofflaws -9, which would put them at 16. I've got the Thorns at -8, which would put them at 17. And I got the Legends at -10, which would put them at 15. Are we all good with that?
Good.
All right, Paul, go ahead and let's begin round 2.
Next pick will be Rohan Gordon.
Position, please.
Line.
Lineman.
$2 player.
There he is right there. Rohan Gordon. Got a somewhat of a tendency to get penalized, but not much. Should be able to live with that. And a good choice for the Wackos line at $2 million. So there's Rohan Gordon going to the Wackos. Let's go to the scofflaws again.
Well, I think we are going to go with Thorpe James.
Position, please.
He would be a... Oh, you know what? We're going to cancel that because I was thinking he was a starback, and we need one of those. We're going to go with Rondell Tweet for the starback. Sorry.
Rondell Tweet for the starback position. Let's put him on the screen. He's got a propensity for interceptions, but definitely strong on the ground game. And Rondell Tweet will be the starback for the Scofflaws, and a value pick at $1 million. Now we go to the Thorns.
All right. Just looking at who I want to put in. Yeah, I think he's the best one on the board right now. So I'm going to take for my defense, I'm going to take back Puma Warren.
Puma Warren last year played with the Big Fun. He's notorious for committing the penalty that cost the Big Fun the game and essentially the playoffs in our Big Fury 6 series last spring against the Bill Belichick-led Minnesota Chill. We won't go into that. You can watch. It's recorded on video, but he fell out of favor, shall we say, with Sean Payday, and so he is on the market. And now going to the Thorns. And we go to the Legends.
Legends are okay. 2 picks, right?
2 picks, yes.
Has Cordell Threet been selected yet?
He has not.
I thought somebody
He is
did that.
going.
Huh?
He is going to Charlotte. He is going to be our number 5er. He's going to anchor the run defense.
All right, and your other choice, I'll just leave Cordell Threet right there for now. And your second choice will be?
We're going to go with the highest value pick left on the board on the offense, which is Mule Mittinger.
Mule Mittinger. He is that a lineman?
Good pick.
Yes.
Sorry, no, he's combo line back.
He's a linebacker. Yeah, that's another new wrinkle for the Fury football recharge. We have some players that are both line and back. So yeah, you can see he's a good option. Does produce short loss occasionally, which can be maddening. But Mule Mittinger, will you play Mule on the line or as a back? You think?
No, he's on the line.
Okay, so Cordell Threet, Mule Mittinger, total of $3 off the Legends salary cap. That brings you at, let's see, that gives you 13. You still got 12 left. Mm-hmm. And we back up the round to the Thorns.
All right. I think I still need to build up my defense a little bit here. Let's go with lineman Bum Bagley.
Bum Bagley.
Good pick.
Big star last year with the Nashville Twang. Decided to test the mercenary market. Has a lingering injury from last year, which might knock him out of a few games. But yeah, good defensive choice, and a $3 million pick for the Thorns. To the Scofflaws.
Well, we're happy that Deron Beastly fell to us. Take him. He is a lineman. He'll be anchoring the 5-hole.
That is a big expense, though, for a lineman. Deron Beastly with pretty stout against the run as a defender. And, well, he's pretty stout against the pass as well. He has the 50-50 chance of sack or forcing an incompletion. So Deron Beastly goes to the Scofflaws at 5. Just going to do a quick total here. That puts you at 15, leaving you with 10. Back to the Wackos.
For 2. And you want the first one first, that way you can recap the amounts?
I think we're good with the amounts. But yeah, let's do that. Pick your,
all right.
Make your first pick, and then we'll recap.
All right. So this is going to be something. We're going to take Starback, Darren Luciano.
Starback Darren Luciano. Let's give him
And
a
we're
look
going to put him on defense.
So yeah, he's a good emergency starback for the offense, but can play some pretty solid defense as well. So Darren Luciano, $1 pick. Good call for the Wackos. All right, let's go ahead and add them up here. I've got the Wackos. Ooh, the Wackos are way under the salary cap. Totally have only spent 9 so far, leaving you with 16. The scofflaws we have with, let's see, 5, 10, 15. So they got scofflaws have 10 left. 6, looks like.
Thorns have 11 left?
Yes, Thorns have 11.
12.
And 12 left for the Legends. All right, go ahead and let's begin the third round.
All right, top of the third round, we're going to take another star back. We're going to take Jürgen Sohl.
Jürgen Sohl last year played with the Munich Boot. He got the boot from the boot. He is another one of those guys that could be helpful on defense, probably a little bit better on offense, but a good guy to play in the pinch. $2 is not exactly a value for a player of that ability, but for that kind of flexibility, it's not a bad choice. So Jürgen Sohl goes to the Wackos. And we go to the Scofflaws.
Well, we're going to back up our starback position, I
can
believe.
keep taking them if you want.
What's that?
I said I can just keep taking star back.
We're going to go with the $1 Osmarini Abra.
Okay, Osmarini Abra.
Good pick.
He is a rookie. A little bit interception prone, but can definitely generate some offense in a pinch. And strong on the ground. There's Osmarini Abra goes to the Scofflaws. Over to the Thorns.
Okay, yeah, you guys are really tempting me to try to maybe put in my backup, but I don't want to do that. I gotta keep focusing on my tasks. So I'm gonna take lineman Kiku Kutemi.
Kiku Kutemi.
Yeah, good.
There
Good
we
call.
are. He's got. I'm assuming you'd use him on offense. He's more stronger on offense than on defense. He does let a few sacks get by him, though, but a solid player on any offense and a good pick at $2 million for the Thorns. And we go to the Legends with 2 picks.
I'm thinking about something crazy here.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. Did someone take Martucci? I think someone did, didn't they?
Vladimir Martucci is still on the board.
Ooh.
That's crazy, Al.
Nah, that's not the crazy part.
Oh.
We're getting a lot of calls from Colossal's agent right now. I don't think we can have this league without Colossal in it. I just don't think it'll be as much fun.
Oh, wow.
And if I can get Martucci as another star back, I think he's going to be a good $0 on defense. And we're pulling the trigger. We're bringing in Vladimir Martucci as a star back to be a good value player to cause turnovers on the defense. And welcome Mr. Colossal to Charlotte.
Here he comes, Vince Colossal, wearing that Legends uniform.
Uh-huh.
Vladimir Martucci last year with the Stevedores, the Cleveland Stevedores. All right, so there you go. Both Martucci and Colossal going to the Legends. Let's go back up the round back to the Thorns. So that really that really kind of drains.
So that happened, and that's okay though. I think I'm gonna just keep going with my plan to get my people in check. I'm gonna take back Cesar Zadueda.
Cesar Zazueta, a defensive back who's has a history of injuries. Taking a little bit of a risk there, Ethan, but a solid defender and not a bad pick for $2 million. Cesar Zazueta goes to the Thorns. And we go back to the Scofflaws.
All right, we are going to look at Mr. Conlon, the lineman. Doach.
Doach
We're going with
Conlon.
him.
All right, let's put him out there for everybody to see. He's
Great.
offensive lineman who sometimes gets penalized. He's got that square penalty result, but other than that, solid. And for $1 or $1 million, can't go wrong.
For $1.
I'd buy Dutch Conlon for $1. All right, so that goes. Dutch goes to the scofflaws. And we go back to the wackos. And Paul, again, if you'd make your first choice, and we'll recap everybody's salary cap situation.
Yeah, sure. Has Thorpe James been picked?
Thorpe James
No.
was almost chosen. He was putting on the Legends ball cap and striding up to the stage, but no, he was not chosen.
There's not, huh? Yeah, I think Thorpe James.
Thorpe James, a $3 mercenary, $3 million mercenary, has a propensity to make mistakes, but if he doesn't, get ready for a long gain. For Thorpe James, a back, not a star back, so you can't play him at the star back position, but he can be sort of a wide receiver, running back type offensive specialist for the wackos. So there he goes. All right, let's look at the salary cap right now as we begin the fourth round. Looks like we've got the wackos with $11 million left. Scofflaws have $8 million left. The Thorns have $7 million left, and the Legends down to their last $2 million. Does that sound right to everybody?
Yep.
All right, let's continue.
Not Al. He's broke. I don't need to know his again.
Go ahead, Paul. Make your first choice of the fourth round.
Boy, there is nothing left on defense, is there?
I wouldn't say that.
No,
I mean, yeah. Smack Shimada.
Smack Shimada from the
$6. Wow.
Yeah, the $6 million man, Smack Shimada, but worth it. He started our exhibition series. Solid pick. He has the sack result. Definitely a loss specialist in creating havoc in the backfield. So Smack Shimada goes to the wackos, but takes $6 million off his salary cap. Okay, back to Cooper and the Scofflaws.
All right, we are going to go. Is Caliente still on the board?
Jusha Caliente, yes, he is.
That's who I want.
Let's put Mr. Caliente up for inspection here. He could go either way, really. He could play offense on a pass-oriented offense, or he could play a good, solid star back on defense to create short losses against the run. And he can fill in a pinch at the star back position, which is always valuable. So Jusha Caliente for the Scofflaws, $1 million off the salary cap. And now we go to the Thorns.
Okay. Well, let's see. What do I have left that's actually worth money that I wanted to take? Oh, yes. All right. I'll be taking lineman Bobby Moto. Bobby Motto.
Bobby Motto. Let's get him out there so everybody can take a look. Bobby Motto, definitely an offensive specialist, and really not a lot of downside. He does not generate losses. He'll generate gains, or at worst, no gain or an incompletion. So that's a good pick for $1 for the Thorns. $1 million off the Thorns cap. We go to Al and the Legends for 2 picks with $2 remaining. $2 million remaining.
Yeah, we're gonna liquidate the rest of our budget on lineman Gavix.
All righty.
Telte Gavix.
Telt Gavix from another planet, I believe. Yes, there he is. He does create turnovers against the run and possibility of a sack. A good pressure guy for the defensive line, and there he is. Telt Gavix goes to the Legends, and that will take care of all the rest of their. Let me see, how many players do you have now? Is that 7?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But there are
yes.
These guys are all focused on the big bucks here. I got plenty of $0 players to choose from.
There are lots of free players. Yes, values. They're not really free, but their salaries are minimal, so we don't count it against the salary cap. All right. So what's your second pick going to be?
Dave Big Nose Nozel.
Dave Nozel. Let me see if I can find him. Here he is. Yes. I
Lineman.
actually named him after a guy I went to college with many, many years ago, who was a pretty good athlete. He's one of those guys you could he's not going to hurt you on offense, and maybe spring a long game, but also decent on defense. So a good flexible pick. Dave Nosal going to the Legends at no dollars. Back to the Thorns.
All right, and we'll just go ahead and nip this in the bud so Al can't take him. I'll take back Paul Orduna.
Powell Orduna. There he is. Another good value pick. Rookie with medium gain on the pass. Has the chance for the short loss on the run, but if you're planning on doing a lot of passing, that might not hurt you. So Powell Orduna goes to the Thorns. Back to the Scofflaws.
We are going to go with Ray Alette.
Ray Alette. Position, please.
That's his last name. He's a line. It's I can't read the first name. Reulet is the last name.
Roulette. Okay.
Rocker Roulette.
Yes, right. Let me find him here.
Okay.
Here he is. This is the guy that Cooper's talking about. Rocker Roulette. Got good defensive call for $1. That's a great buy. So we'll put him on the Scofflaws and back to the Wackos to wrap up round 4 and begin round 5.
Indeed. We will take we're gonna take Nervous back.
Yes.
Leolagi Nervous.
Leolagi Nervous, yes. Leolagi Nervous. There he is right there. That's a good pick. He's a little expensive, a little pricey. With $2 million, he does create those pass interceptions. Not the greatest defender against the run, but Leolagi Nervous goes to the Wackos. Let's look at the recap of the salary cap situation. Looks like we got, take my glasses off so I can see from a distance, $3 million for the Wackos. Looks like $6 million for both the Thorns and Scofflaws, and Al is out of money with the Legends. So let's begin round 5. Go ahead, Paul.
Take Vega Espada.
Position, please.
Oh, I just flipped this card over. Line.
Lineman Vega Espada. Here he is, right there. Good value pick for $1 million. Particularly against the with a passing offense or a run defense. You could play either way. It's a good flexible choice. So Vega Espada goes as the first pick of the 5th round for the Wackos. Over to the Scofflaws.
We'll be taking Mr. Villicana.
Hervé Villicana. Star back
Cooper.
at no cost.
Yeah.
Listen, you already have Martucci, so settle down.
So yeah, in the vein of Vladimir Martucci, Mr. Villicana can play both offense and defense, and a good pinch player at the starback position. And best of all, $0. So the Scofflaws get Villicana. We go to the Thorns.
All right. Who do I want to take? Okay. I will take lineman Koji Fujiwara.
Koji Fujiwara, here he is. Another good value player. Short gains. He has a chance to be penalized, but the player with short gain possibilities on both pass and run, they're really good, equally good on offense or defense. They're not going to hurt you on offense. They're going to be fairly limiting on defense. So, yeah, good solid player. And, again, $0 for Koji Fujiwara for the Thorns. Now we go to Al and another 2 picks. And
all right, we're going to start with Iniguez Anger. Back.
Here he is, and looks like he's pretty good actually on offense. Although it doesn't generate a lot of yards, but he certainly won't hurt you. So Iniguez Anger goes to the Legends. And now we work our way back up. What's your second choice?
I am super excited about this pick. I love this card. Biddy Butner.
Yeah.
Biddy Butner.
Love this card.
All right. There he is, Biddy Butner. He does get penalized, but look at that run result. Touchdown from Biddy Butner with a big block. Big block for Biddy Butner. You got to love that, right? All right, so the Legends get Biddy Butner. Very nice. Okay, let's work back up. The Thorns.
Let's see. I think I wanted to take it back. Yes. Let's go with. We'll go with Knack Double.
Knack Double. One of those guys that kind of is sort of a tweener, can play both offense and defense depending on what you want to do. Could be very handy. And again, another value player at $0. Free. Knack Double goes to the Thorns. Scofflaws are up next. They're on the clock.
Well, I think we have to go with Caramonica.
Max Caramonica. There he is. Yeah, he's solid. Solid offensive player. He does cost $1 million, but I think worth the investment. So Max Caramonica goes to the Scofflaws. And we wrap up the round with the Wackos.
So that was $0, right?
That was $0.
Always me again.
No, Max Caramonica was $1.
$1.
$1, yes.
Ferrari Baron.
Ferrari Baron. Let's see. That is where is he's?
back.
He's a back.
Sorry, he's a back.
Right. There he is. Doesn't really do much, which could be helpful on defense. He doesn't really have any drawbacks on defense aside from the fact that he gets injured a lot. So if he can avoid injury, if he gets hurt, you got to replace him with somebody from your bench. But if he doesn't, he could be a solid defender. And, of course, a value pick at $0. For the Wackos. All right, let's recap the salary cap situation. Al's still out of money. Let's see. Looks like the Wackos have $2 million left. The Scofflaws have $5 million left. Leading the way are the Thorns with $6 million. And we're now starting the 6th round. So we will... At the end of this round, everybody will have their 12 starters, presumably. So go ahead and let's get rolling with the Wackos.
There's only this many guys left.
There's plenty of players left.
I know. Who would you pick? I'm gonna take. Boy, that would be both. That would be the rest of my money, wouldn't it?
Just so folks know, there are
Do it.
72 players in the Mercenaries, so we're in no danger of running out here.
We're gonna take. How about? No, that guy's terrible. Cuff Cuffler.
Cuff Cuffler. There he is.
All right, you're just making names up now.
No, there
I
he
know.
is.
Oh,
I know.
wow.
What can I say?
Cuff Koffler. He's
Koffler.
penalty prone, but a solid defensive lineman. Gets in there and penetrates and sacks the quarterback frequently, but he does get called for penalties. However, a bargain, $0 for the Wackos. But now the Scofflaws.
See, I want that guy, but he's a lot of money for somebody that gets hurt all the time. I think that I think we'll take a gamble on Rico Rocco.
Rico Rocco. Let's see. He is a defensive back. Yes, Rico Rocco, defensive back. Injury prone. Has a history of injuries, but good on the pass, offense, and or possibly as a defender against the run. Rico Rocco goes to the Scofflaws. Back to the Thorns, who are leading the salary cap with $6 million remaining. You got more flexibility than anybody else.
I think I'm going to keep it that way for a little while longer. For my next selection, I will take back Darrell Leathers.
Darrell Leathers, there he is. A $0 player. Another player who has the propensity to get penalized, but aside from that, a solid defender in the defensive backfield. Darrell Leathers goes to the Thorns. Now Al with 2 picks.
And I'm just going to have to apologize. You guys have been drafting so quickly. These might have been taken, but Traxton Trissler.
He's available.
He's there.
Let's put him up. He's my
back then.
He was one of the stars of my of our exhibition series. I had to throw him in on defense, and he actually got an interception. So yeah, he could be helpful on defense and useful in an emergency on offense. Although you definitely don't want to call the audible, or you don't want to get the react defense that forces him to show off his lack of skills. All right, so who's your second choice?
I think we're going to go with. We're definitely going with the lineman. I'm trying to pick between these three guys who are. Let's take a chance on Hayward Druin.
Hayward Druin will be the second choice for the Legends.
I like that touchdown sitting there.
Yep, as long as he doesn't hit the sack, that could be costly, but there you are. Hayward Druin and Traxton Trissler go to the Legends. Now we move back up the draft board to the Thorns.
Ooh, and I just realized I'm in a bit of a pickle because there's a player I would really like to have that's still on the board, but I don't have a backup starback.
Well,
and there aren't any more freebies left. Thanks, Al.
You can go with Brendo Perez or Taylor Tanasa for one.
Well, who do you want for Orduna?
Are we making a trade here?
Let's hold off. Let's give me a round to think about that. I'm gonna I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a backup here. Let's see. They're both gone. Shoot, I'm not keeping track of anything, aren't I? All right. Let's take. I'm gonna take Royden Ember.
Royden Ember, a lineman. Probably more offense than defense, although he could fill in on defense in a pinch if necessary, not hurt you too badly. And a $0 pick for the Thorns. Scofflaws are up and on the clock.
And how much money do the Scofflaws have?
$5 million.
Is that's still?
Got $5 million, yeah.
Holy cow.
You got options.
Well, then I think we're going to take... No, I don't really want him. There's the guy that gets hurt all the time, who plays defense. Oh, is Aguin still available?
Aguin.
Bermuda Aguin on the line.
Yes, he is available. I'll show him to the
We'll
viewers
take him.
watching.
He's a little expensive, but he's the best guy left on defense. He just gets hurt all the time.
Gets hurt a lot, but yes, if he avoids injury, he'll be a solid contributor to your defense. Bermuda Aguin for the Scofflaws. And now we go back to the Wackos to wrap up.
That's who I was going to pick. I was going to go bankrupt picking him, too. Curses. All right, we will go with...
Hello?
I know, yeah. How about Drake Shiner to give me some heartburn when I fill out my roster?
Drake Shiner? Yeah. You know, if you like
I don't know where to put him, so that'll help.
Gonna live on the edge a little bit with Drake Shiner, whether you've got him on offense or defense. But yeah, touchdown or fumble. A $1 million pick for the Wackos. Okay, before we start this will be the 7th round. We got 3 teams still with money. So the Wackos have $1 million left. The Scofflaws have $3 million left. And look at the Thorns sitting there with $6 million in salary cap money. So go ahead, Paul. You may begin.
Roll the dice, guy. I'm going to go with Teo Manti.
Teo Manti, yes. There he is, Teo Manti. Sack and touchdown, 50-50 split on the pass, but I think a pretty solid defender. I chose him for my exhibition team. I wasn't disappointed. 75% of the time, he'll do you good. So for $1 million, Teo Manti's a good pick. Goes to the Wackos. And the Wackos are now out of money. Scofflaws with $3 million left.
Well, I mean, we're looking at high risk, high reward defenders at this point, so I think we got to go with Brute Barnhouse.
Brute Barnhouse. Let me find him here.
He's
here
back.
He is. Back, yes, there he is. Yes, 50-50 touchdown. He'll either pick it off or it'll get burned for a touchdown. He does have the medium loss possibility, but it's a minority result. Most of the time he'll get penalized. So yeah, Brute has got some work to do, but we'll put him on the scofflaws as a backup. And it leaves you your $3 million intact. We go to the Thorns, the rich kids on the block.
Ooh, and still contemplating that trade. Tell you what, Al,
Yeah.
just to test the water here, would you take Orduna if I take Martucci?
I'm the guy that wanted Orduna.
Wait.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I will give you Orduna for Martucci. Oh, sorry, who wanted it?
Cooper.
Oh,
Scofflaws.
never mind. I thought it was Al. Never mind. Tell you what.
Wait, I'll take. Wait, if you want to.
All right.
But I'm open to that. I
Okay.
wouldn't mind Orduna.
Let me also open this. Let me also open this for the scofflaws. If you want Orduna, I'll take Villicana.
Let me put Orduna out so everybody can see what you're talking about here. There's Pal Orduna that's being discussed right now. It's trade bait. Hasn't even been a Thorn for 30 minutes and already he's on the block.
Yeah, let's do it.
All
All right. So Orduna's going to the scofflaws in exchange for who?
Villicana.
Yeah.
Villicana. All right. That's done. You're still on the clock, though.
All right. But that gives me a backup star back, and that was all I needed. And I will go ahead and go broke with my $6 million pick, Leon Toxic.
Leon
Nice.
Toxic. That's a good call.
God, I was hoping someone would take him.
He was my first.
absolutely.
He was my first choice. Former New York Nuke, testing the waters for free agency, the best lineman in Fury football. Look at that touchdown on the pass, touchdown, possibly penalized because he's just too mean. Leon Toxic goes to the Thorns, an excellent pick, and that will wipe out his budget. All right, goes to Al now.
Koji Fujiwara. Is he available?
Gone.
He's been good.
Nope.
He was chosen.
All right. Nick Setting.
Nick Setting is
Still
available. He played last year for the Gems, the Atlanta Gems. A little bit of a problem with fumble creation, a little ball security issue on the run, but nothing. A couple touchdowns won't help. So Nick Setting goes to the Legends with their first pick, and now they're working back up the round. Who's your second pick?
Let's take. Let's go with Abdul Zastro.
Abdul Zastro, lineman, again, flexible, offense or defense, could be used either way. Good choice to fill out the roster. Abdul Zastro goes to the Legends. Now back to the Thorns.
All right. Now just there's not much freebies left, but I can manage with it, so it'll be fine. Let's take. Could be a good backup here. Oh yeah, because I still need to still look into that spot. How about we do? I'll do Joe Blaua. Oh, Joe Blaua.
Joe Blaua. There he is. Another one of the players that I went for in my exhibition draft. One of those feast or famine type players. If you get the feast, though, it's pretty good. You get the famine, it's not great. Sacks and fumbles. But Joe Blaua goes to the Thorns. Scofflaws are on the clock.
Yep. I think we'll have to go with, is Trombo still there?
Tud Trumbo, yes he is.
Yep, we're going to go there.
Solid defender against the run and not horrible in certain situations against the pass. Or you could play him as a pass offense player and get some value out of him. I suspect he'd be a little bit better on defense. Tud Trumbo goes to the Scofflaws. Back to the Wackos.
I will take these last two $0 guys. Zero tolerance.
There we go. And Stony Siller.
And if you want to run down the cash,
There they are. So
and Stone Killer.
Stony Siller, yep. Who's again, both of these guys are kind of They've got their downside. That's why they lasted so long. But both Zero Tolerance and Stony Siller go to the Wackos. You know what? I think actually though, you should. I think you only get to choose one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right? You only get to choose one of those guys, because
all right. Siller.
There we
Cooper
go.
Get to spend his last $2 million.
Hmm?
We're gonna do
Yeah. I just got to make sure that. So that's 14, right?
How many guys are we going to?
Up to 16, I thought.
Yeah,
Right.
I thought it was too.
Right, as long as we're starting to run out of $0 players, though. So next will be the Scofflaws.
So, but doesn't he
Wait,
have
no,
room
he
to
gets two.
take that?
He gets 2
He
players.
does get 2 players?
Yeah. Because it's the end
Yeah,
of the last
one on the way up and
End of
one
the
on the way down.
Okay, all right, great. Yes, that's correct. I was thinking that at some point, though, you don't get 2 players, but I guess we haven't reached the end of the draft. So all right, so
Yeah.
he'll get Zero Tolerance and Stony Siller is the last 2 0 players. So that would be the first pick of the 14th round. And so the only person that can make there's no more $0 players left. So only Cooper can choose. Cooper can choose any 2 $1 players or a $2 player.
Unless somebody's thinking about a trade, but I think we probably want to.
I might trade for cash.
Who's that?
That's Ethan.
That was
Yeah.
Ethan.
Ethan, if you've got a defensive player up there, I'll give you $2 million for somebody decent.
Let
You
me.
take. Tell you what. If you want a defensive player,
Zazueta.
Cesar's.
Zazueta?
Did you have him?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, Cesar Zazueta. Yeah, I've got him.
I'd take him. That would clear you $2 million.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Done.
Cesar Zazueta
Perfect.
goes to the Scofflaws, and that puts $2 million in the bank for the Thorns. And you can choose 2 $1 players or 1 $2 player.
Okay. Then I will take. Let's see. I will take for another star back. I'll take Brendo Perez.
Brendo Perez. There's Brendo. Very solid player. Nothing spectacular, but certainly a good call. Could fill in capably at star back.
Okay, so then one more $1. Let's do. What do I got?
We've got Taylor Tanasa. I can't fit them all in there. I can show.
That's all right. That's all right. That's why I have my. That's why I have my sheet. All right. My last one, I guess I'll take Raft Rabago.
Raft Rabago is our Mr. Irrelevant, the last player chosen in the Fury League draft. Lineman with pretty good pass rush. Not so great against the run. But you could put him on offense and you'd have the exact reverse effect. So Raft Rabago goes to the Thorns. And ladies and gentlemen, we can ring the bell on our Fury Football Recharged League draft. What do you guys think? How you feeling about your squads?
Didn't get everybody I wanted, but I still managed to fill it out pretty well.
Hey, I'm impressed we did it in 51 minutes.
Yeah, that's not
Likewise.
bad. Not bad at all. I'm
Good
Yeah,
job doing
I'm
your
happy with
homework,
mine.
boys.
a little surprised that a guy like Tope Van Auken or Deep Strike Wallner didn't go. You could.
I nearly pulled the trigger on him earlier for Tor, but I'm like looking at that medium run loss and a 50-50 shot at a penalty on the run. I'm like, I don't really want to devote myself to a West Coast offense.
Yeah,
For $3, he's at the very top of my do not touch at any cost. He's nothing but landmines.
I'm just thinking if you need a touchdown and you're backed up to your own one, it might not be a bad option. You know, you're going to force
So
them.
are you saying you want coaches cards that actually give you that instruction that say, "Hey"?
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't roll a circle here.
Right, right. Okay, well, guys, I appreciate you being part of this. It was a lot of fun, watching it all unfold. And, of course, we'll give you the weekend to put together your lineups and put together your coach cards. And then Monday night on the Play Space Live, we'll have our first doubleheader. We'll get the schedule posted on social media so everybody knows which teams are going to play whom. But everybody's going to play everybody once. And the way it'll work is, for those watching, if a team sweeps, runs the table, wins all 3 games, they're going to be our Fury Draft League champion with no playoffs. If we have 2 teams that finish with 2-1, they will play each other regardless of who won the game that they played between each other. If we have 3 teams that finish at 2-1, then we will eliminate the bottom team, the team with the worst point differential, and we will play the championship game between the. I'm sorry. No, if we will have those the 2-1 teams will play each other for the wild card game. The team with the best point differential will get the bye. That's how it'll work. So that's how our playoffs will work. Looking forward to getting this thing underway. And again, thank you guys for joining us.
It was a blast.
Oh
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Absolutely.
So everybody watching, appreciate you being here. Thanks for being part of it. Have a great weekend, and we will see you Monday night on the Play Space Live for Fury Football Recharged, the League. Thanks again for being here.